1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, we're live. That's good. Sound is working. My sound was off. There we go. That's much better. Hi, everybody. My name is Raphael Malikian. Going live today. I'm going to be streaming more consistently to build in public and just get more consistent with my content creation. Hope everybody's doing well out there. It's a beautiful Thursday today. A couple of things I'm going to be working on today on the live stream. The first is going to be working on our show, which is Healthcare Weekly. Healthcare Weekly is going live every week, obviously, and going to be working on this week's episode just to get it ready. Going to send out a few teasers later on, and then we'll be just getting the slides ready for the show. So Healthcare Weekly. The idea of Healthcare Weekly is that every week we will cover 2 healthcare articles, or Healthcare AI Weekly, I should say, 2 AI healthcare articles, one which is high yield and pretty important, and another one which you might have missed. So let me just share our stream to LinkedIn. If it will let me. So yeah, Healthcare AI Weekly, going live every week. Episode's going to go out on Friday. And going to cover peer-reviewed articles in healthcare. Which one is high yield and an important article. And another article which you might have missed. So hope you find that helpful. Had some good comments from the upload this last week. Had some good engagement in terms of the shorts and the reels that went out. So that's the first call of duty is to work on that today. And I'm really grateful. I've had 2 successful wins, I suppose you could say. 2 big wins from a AI perspective this week. I was able to find out about the NVIDIA developer program and how they have some pretty good models available for free for developers. So I've been working on a couple of projects. One is called ClaimGuard, which is a tool designed to help with medical insurance denials. So it's going to be using artificial intelligence and machine learning to evaluate the denial letter, recommend steps to appeal the insurance denial, and then draft the appeal as well. We might be able to get it to get some music in the background. We might be able to get it also to send the draft. Send the appeal as well, so that would be cool. But first stage is to work on the Healthcare AI Weekly slides. I have a scaffold of it. I just need to make a few improvements. I've been doing that with Hermes, so I might jump into my I have a Hermes web interface, which is pretty cool. Jump into there and let's see how we're doing. Let's come over to the action screen. Had a bit of difficulty getting Twitch set up this morning. For some reason, it didn't want to work. But I was able to check on my phone. Okay, it was working now, which is great. Hopefully chat will be working as well if anybody there wants to chit chat. Let me pop out the Twitch chat as well. If anybody jumps on, that would be great. Pop out chat, where is it? I don't see it in I'll just keep it open there on the side. Can close that, can close this, I think. We'll keep that open for later. Went live yesterday, which was pretty successful. Was able to get a lot of security things implemented from the plan for ClaimGuard. Okay, that looks pretty good. Just looking at the rough template for tomorrow.
Welcome to Healthcare AI Weekly. This week, 2 papers pull healthcare artificial intelligence in 2 directly of convergence in health. Artificial flow lane combined.
Just minor improvements. A couple of the slides don't have any pictures on them.
So the practical interpretation, external. Welcome to Healthcare.
So the first one could use a picture. Let's open up some notes. Hide that. Can I hide my sidebar here? So the first thing I noticed was that the first slide
AI Week.
I'm going to have the images of the articles on the right side there. Hopefully that will work.
Asks what.
So that's the second one. This looks good, this looks good, this looks good, this looks great. We're going to delegate this to Hermes and see if it can intuitively identify the problem and fix it. I have a great article this week about artificial intelligence and machine learning in Alaska, which is going to be nice to think about and talk about. This is the web UI for Hermes. I was using Slack, which works well, but it gets really messy trying to organize multiple chat threads. Oops. It gets complicated with the when you have multiple threads because I can't really label them or categorize them, which is a problem. Send that over to Hermes, let him work on that, or let them work on that. I don't want to misgender my agent. This will go live tomorrow, and I'll shoot out a teaser later on, and then I'm going to be scheduling reels and shorts to go out 2 to 3 times a day just to market the show. So we are re-rendering, that's a mouthful, re-rendering the video. I'm going to send this to the top right. Working on improving my OBS layout. I'd like it to be really slick, but graphics is definitely my weak spot. That's nice. But with these wonderful AI tools, it helps a lot. It's almost like having your own graphic designer to give you some input. I know I definitely have blind spots, but it helps a lot. Some nice CPU activity while that video is rendering. Haven't got the fanciest PC. Using a nice M1 iMac that my dad was very generous to give me to use. And it's been a pretty stable workhorse. He was using it for like 4 years without any issues, and it's taken anything I've thrown at it, apart from big LLM models, which is understandable. Right now I'm using ChatGPT 5.5. What I was doing yesterday while I was waiting for my GPT agents or my codecs to come back, I was playing video games. So don't be surprised if later on I jump on some games to fill the time and just keep myself occupied. Keeping variety in your day-to-day activities definitely helps with burnout. And they support each other pretty nicely. I've noticed if I play like one skill-based matchmaking match in Call of Duty and then jump back into my vibe coding, it stops me from getting overstimulated in the game, which is nice. So that's the focus right now, just working on the healthcare AI show. And I have the reels to look over too. They might need some work too. Where are we? No, I'm in the wrong folder. Posts and documents.
In this week's episode, Cardiac ED Triage AI gets a multimodal test. The paper studies suspected cardiac emergency department patients. Source figure triage data plus ECG interpretation. The model combines structured triage signals with ECG interpretation. Source table final model. Promising outcome level triage, strong reported validation, but not deployment proof. CTA watch the full breakdown, full healthcare AI weekly episode.
Okay, we don't need that CTA and source. Source figure, source table can be removed. Removing the reels. They do not need to be part of the script, just the content. I'd imagine the rest of them are pretty similar.
In this week's episode, healthcare AI governance is not optional. The overlooked paper, AI or ML in Alaska Native healthcare systems. Source table, real scenarios, real governance questions, a sepsis tool never tested on local data. Early warning tools for village elders. Takeaway: local validation is a safety issue. Trust, sovereignty, and community priorities shape whether AI helps or harms. CTA watch the full episode. The full healthcare AI weekly breakdown is live now. In this week's episode, healthcare AI governance is not optional. The overlooked paper, AI or ML in Alaska Native healthcare systems. Source table, real scenarios, real governance questions, a sepsis.
Okay, that needs some work, but we'll get it. For the reels, things like source figure, source image, CTA takeaway can be removed from the reels. They do not need to be part of the script. What does this one look
This
like?
week in Healthcare AI Weekly Monday Healthcare AI Briefing. Performance plus governance. One talking point from each paper. Paper 1, multimodal triage combines routine ED data with EC.
Keep things like with a different text on the screen. I can't remember where I was when I did this. I think I was at the library yesterday and I was working on this. So I was able to kind of delegate it to the agent and then come back to polish it. Where's my playlist? Playlist.
The Caveats Matter Monday Healthcare AI Briefing. Performance plus governance. One caveat from each paper. Cardiac triage AI promising, but retrospective and modest size. High reported performance still needs external validation. Alaska Native Healthcare AI Essential Governance Perspective, not a model validation trial. Use it as implementation intelligence, not benchmark evidence. CTA Watch the full breakdown. Full episode is live on the channel. The caveats.
Okay, this needs some tender love and care. So that's rendering. You can see my CPU is working diligently away there. Hope this stream isn't struggling. If it is, please let me know. We'll throw that into the chat as well, just to improve the reels. They're a bit bland. They modified today, that's good.
In this week's episode, Healthcare AI Governance is not optional. The overlooked paper, AI or ML in Alaska Native Healthcare Systems.
Did it do the full episode? Yes. Let's have a look at this one now.
Well,
that's better.
Before this belongs in a live emergency department. Teams, welcome to Healthcare AI Weekly. This week, 2 papers pull healthcare artificial intelligence in 2 directions that have to meet in the middle: the speed of clinical triage and the accountability of community governance. The first paper asks whether routine triage data and electrocardiogram interpretation can help prioritize suspected cardiac patients. The second asks who should shape artificial intelligence in healthcare systems, especially when communities have long histories of extractive data practices. The clinical paper is from Bavali Gazik and colleagues in European Heart Journal Digital Health. It studies 600 suspected cardiac emergency department records. The useful teaching point is multimodal clinical artificial intelligence, structured triage data, plus electrocardiogram interpretation. Figure 1 shows the workflow. Think of it as 3 lanes. One lane learns from routine triage information, one lane learns from ECG interpretation, and the final lane combines both. This is not
a beautiful diagram.
Paper. It is a workflow prioritization paper. Figure 4 is the core evidence visual. It compares receiver operating characteristic curves for the fusion model. In plain language, the paper reports that combining triage information with ECG interpretation improves the model's ability to separate more urgent from less urgent cases. The performance table makes the story concrete. The fused approach reports higher precision and F1 scores than the earlier single-source phases. But this is exactly where we should slow down. Retrospective model performance is a signal to validate, not a license to deploy blindly. Table 8 translates performance into outcome categories: major adverse events, ward admission, and discharge. These numbers are impressive within the study. The caveat is equally important. A 600 record, retrospective, single study validation does not prove safe general use across emergency departments. So the practical interpretation is promising signal, not automatic deployment readiness. Before this belongs in a live emergency department, teams would need external validation, calibration checks, subgroup analysis, and careful testing of how clinicians actually respond to model output. Quick pause. If this kind of evidence-first breakdown helps you translate dense healthcare artificial intelligence papers into practical questions, subscribe and enable notifications. And comment below, would you trust Triage AI more if it showed the source evidence behind the recommendation?
Nice.
The second paper, by Hiratsuka and colleagues, is easier to miss because it is not a leaderboard paper. It is a symposium perspectives paper about artificial intelligence and machine learning in Alaska Native healthcare systems. That makes it valuable for governance. Table 2 is the key evidence visual here. It gives scenarios like a sepsis tool that has never been tested on local data and an early warning tool for elders living in villages. These examples turn artificial intelligence governance from an abstract...
I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now. The full video looks good. We're going to tidy up the reels.
Is simple and difficult. A model can optimize a target, but a community has to help define what should be optimized.
So you're getting an exclusive behind-the-scenes peek of how Healthcare AI Weekly is made.
Geography, transport, staffing, culture, and trust all change what a model means in practice. Put the two papers together and the theme is clear. Triage Artificial Intelligence asks whether we can prioritize the right patient faster. Governance asks who decides what right means. The future of healthcare artificial intelligence needs both workflow safety and community trust designed together. That is Healthcare AI Weekly for this week. In the comments, tell me which layer you think matters most right now. Model performance, workflow fit.
Good job, Hermes. Thank you very much. Very happy with how that has come out. Very impressed. Our CPU is ticking along at a nice 99.9%, which isn't bad. And a nice memory burden there, but not too crazy. Considering we're rendering video, that's not too bad at all. So I'm going to let that run because I don't want, whenever I'm doing AV stuff, I don't want to do anything else on the computer. Well, I am live streaming, but we'll let that cook. Let it cook. And then tweak the reels so they're better. And then I'll cron those so they go out. And I've set up the YouTube API for this channel. So I've been publishing things at a good schedule to help with marketing, and that offloads me from having to dig around in the menus and whatnot. Cool, we're getting somewhere. Let's go back to some music. I actually need to work on my music script as well, but I'm going to let this render and then work on that. How are we doing with the rendering? Looks like it's almost done, if not done totally. I signed up with Mimo yesterday. The Xiaomi Mimo deal they gave me for one penny. They hooked me up with about a couple billion tokens, which was nice. So gave the API to my dad so he doesn't have to struggle with the open code limits with Big Pickle and getting rate limited with Gemini. So that's done. Now just going to jump to the comments I gave it. So we're going to go to improving the reels so that the timing is better for the snippets. Cool, so I can check the first thing off my list. That's the most important thing for today, to get the show ready. And once that's cooking, a couple of things we're going to be vibe coding. Working through the next steps of Claim Guard, which is our second sprint on the top right here. Going to be creating a front end for patients, creating an appeals generation user interface, and then just tidying up and making the API more robust. And then I'm going to be tidying up the data pipeline as well. We have some database integrations to work on. And a lot of other stuff too. So we'll be drilling through that today. That's Claim Guard, the medical billing tool, or medical billing appeal tool. So Hermes says, I'll adjust the real narration layer so it stops reading utility labels like source figure or call to action, adds more deliberate pauses, and uses warmer professional wording. Then I'll re-render the reels and verify durations and dimensions. Great. So we'll send that out once that's done. Then I'll not go over to Claim Guard, work on that for a while, and we'll see what else comes up. We'll see what other surprises we have in store. I do want to go out today to go for a walk. I've been really slacking on the exercise front. I was in a really good routine maybe about 5 or 6 weeks ago. I was walking almost every 2 days, doing about 3 or 4 miles, and then stopped. I don't know why. The weather wasn't really bad or anything. There was no reason why. I just kind of went back into my went back into an idle mode for a little while. I guess that's what my body needed. But I feel like I've been stagnant for too long, especially, I think what happened was, I worked on a pilot project with a company, and for that project, I needed to get subscriptions for 3 different commercial LLMs. So I had like the $20 package, and I saw how much more productive I was using those as opposed to free models. So I used those for a month until they expired and didn't renew the subscriptions. And then I realized, you know what, I'm really productive with this. I'm working on some cool things. I want to invest in my development. So I bit the bullet and spent $100 on the ChatGPT Pro subscription. And I think I got a type of token guilt where I felt like, okay, I've spent a big investment on my compute, so I'm gonna really lock in on that and work. And my lifestyle balance kind of got a little bit off balance. That's why it's a positive thing to be locking in and working on building, but not at the detriment of your lifestyle balance. So still got the good subscriptions. I've got a nice plan for compute for the next month with the Mimo plan. Might extend that to the year if I can. And gonna be exercising. When I go for walks and things, I always get ideas, but I need to compartmentalize myself more, because otherwise I'll be on my phone and will be walking and chatting to my agent, doing things. But it's always good to change the scenery. Volunteering at the library has been good. I've been a volunteer at the local city library with their literacy tutoring program, and sometimes it's quiet, but it gives me a change of scenery, and somehow that brings out different ideas in me and allows me to use a different part of my brain for a while. So if you're not doing so already, I definitely highly recommend considering changing your environment, changing your scenery. It's never a bad idea. So that's my plan. I need to get out a little bit more and exercise more for sure. Summer is coming. I'm looking forward to hard summer. That's going to be cool in August. But I kind of need to get into shape for that, because that's going to be a pretty intense 2 days of like music out in the heat, a lot of standing. There's places I can sit as well. but I need to be doing jumping jacks and drinking protein shakes and getting conditioned for it, basically. But it's going to be fun. Really looking forward to it. I love the State Historic Park in LA. There's something really magic about that venue for music festivals. When the lights go down, well, not when the lights go down, when the sun goes down, there's a really magic time where the city transit trains are kind of driving over the park, and there's this really cool contrast. Like you're here at a music festival, all the lights are going, there's great music stages, there's nearly 100,000 people there. And then you see the train passing by with the lights on, and you can see people inside the carriage looking at the festival. It's a really unique experience. That's definitely something that's always had me going back there. I've been going to that festival since about 2013 pretty regularly when I've been able to, so it's nice to go back this year. I hardly know any of the artists that are playing. I think R.L. Grime is playing. Let's see who's on at Hard Summer. Top right. Hard Summer. Who's up this year? Most of these artists I don't know, and that's the best thing about these festivals is I get to hear music I've never heard before, and usually I come home with a bunch of people I want to listen to again. So I'm really looking forward to that. Don't know many of these folks. I know Caliucci had a couple of songs. I remember putting her on a mixtape back in 2021 before all the chaos started. I know Zed. I know R.L. Grime from the trap days. But the rest of these folks, I do not know at all. So it's going to be like a potpourri or a smorgasbord for me to just be experimenting and soaking up different vibes. It's going to be fun. So it's going to be cool. Looking forward to that, especially when the sun goes down. That's going to be awesome. As I'm waiting on this, let me set up my social stream chat. Social streaming chat, dock and overlay. If I can. Where should we put the chat? On the left side, on the right side? How about we put chat over my face? Have it over here. That's a consistent place in the stream where I can drop it. So we'll lock that, and then I need my dock as well. Docks. There we go. So we're connected with YouTube and Twitch, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Perfect. That went well. button to trim this down. Nice. Just change the size of that overlay. Height 600. Let's make height 200. Reset transform. Okay, that's a start. Channel is still in its infancy. Don't have any followers. Actually, no, we have 2 subscribers on the YouTube, but nobody on Twitch yet. So if you're watching, you're going to be one of the early founders who could be one of my day ones. So please subscribe if you're not doing so already. Just waiting for those reels to re-render. Let's have a listen. Let's have a preview of what's going on. So it's 9:46. Do we have any changes yet? Not yet. That's fine. The agent is working. That's crazy. It's in a funny work directory. That's not the right directory. I need to tweak that. I feel like I need a snack, folks. I'm gonna go grab a snack. I'll be right back. Let me just make a nice be right back. What's my font called? I have a consistent font I've been using that I really like. It's called Workbench. Have it. Okay, I think that gets the message across. I'll be right back, folks. I'm back. The full script hit the 10-minute foreground limit, so I'm going to spec what finished and then rerun only. Okay. I've got some Lucky Charms with some full fat milk. Okay, that was nice. Had some Lucky Charms. Oh, and video was open the whole time? No way. You know what would be cool would be to have a ticker. Have a ticker on our have a ticker with all like the AI companies and the healthcare stocks and stuff on the bottom of the channel here. Let's cook that up now. That'll be a nice project to work on. Let's open a new VS Code window and create a new folder called OBS ticker. I'll use Codex for this. Bottom left. Continue. I want to create a hello. Let's go into plan mode. How high does it need to be? So it's 1080 pixels high, 1920 wide. So let's make it, I don't know, 150 pixels high. Oh, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Look at that. The visual spec and live market data path, because this is a blank file, I'm going to create a visual concept as a reference point and then ask decisions that affect implementation. That looks great. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, some extra content for the stream. Which option should we go with? A broadcast bar, minimal glass, or a dense terminal? User-generated lower third look, dark compact band, chip separators, live dot, green, red moves. I think the generated version looks good. Free key. Let's go, Codex, let's go. Keep hitting this 10-minute foreground limit. Should be can we eliminate that 10-minute timeout? Because that's not very good. That'd be cool. So something like that. Some like that. CPU's definitely working right now. Top right. Let's go. Let's go, Codex. Let's go. It's a mosquito killer. Version 2 of AI Mosquito Defense System is here. You can now detect, identify, track, and eliminate mosquitoes in real time using computer vision and thermal imaging, upgraded with harmonic drives, servo motors, and reinforced aluminum gimbal. Look at this. Hope you don't set your room on fire, set your house on fire. Oh, he's on wheels as well. Wow. Yeah, look at that, dude. You're gonna set your house on fire, man. You can't do that. Kiss your deposit goodbye. Your landlord is gonna be mad at you. Wow. Locked in. Poor mosquitoes. What did they ever do to anybody? Leave them alone. Why is this company using liquid metal to instantly reconfigure PCBs? Is this a commercial? Nice. Oh, this is the Money Pit. Classic film. I don't want to get copyright strike. There's a lot of content here that's probably not. I don't have permission to show, so I'm not gonna scroll anymore on X. Maybe I need to Dockerize my ticker. Then it can be compartmentalized. If it's not going to be too heavy. Going to roll through the claim guard work as well. I'm going to do some spin a few plates at the same time right now. So implementing sprint to front-end completeness, the high priority. I'm going to be working on the patient management page. Oh, it needs me to log in. That's cool. So really, the security we put in yesterday has really worked. I need to create a dummy user. How do I clean the chat? How are we doing with the... Oh, my computer is really slow. Did you see that slide out? Just test one of these.
Coming up tomorrow on Healthcare AI Weekly. Healthcare AI has to prioritize patients and respect communities. This week, I'm looking at two papers, Cardiac ED Triage AI and Community-Governed AI in Alaska Native Healthcare Systems. Paper 1. Can AI help triage suspected cardiac patients? Routine ED data and ECG interpretation may be more useful together than either signal alone. Paper 2. Who gets to govern healthcare AI? Trust, sovereignty, local validation, and community priorities are not extras. They are part of safe implementation. If this helps, subscribe and enable notifications. Tomorrow's Healthcare AI Weekly episode drops Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific.
Good job.
This is Healthcare AI Weekly. Tuesday reminder. The caveats are where implementation gets real. Here is what healthcare AI builders should take from it. Triage AI asks, can we prioritize the right patient faster? Performance matters because queues, urgency, and patient flow are real operational pressures. Who decides what right means? Community trust shapes both the target and the deployment, especially in high-stakes care. Workflow safety plus community trust. If this is useful, the full episode has the complete synthesis. This is Healthcare AI Weekly. Tuesday reminder. The caveats are where implementation gets real.
Okay, we're almost done. So that's done. We're going to cron those and send those out. And hasn't Dockerized it. It would be good to Dockerize it. Ticker. We'll throw this on the stream live. Just changing the port for the ticker. Oops. I really need to do is find some reliable denial letters I can use and anonymize them. Then they can be used with the claim guard system. I suppose I could ask AI to generate some for me cook up some mock data using the template. I'll put that on the to-do list. Be nice to see if my CPU goes down a little bit or a lot. If it doesn't, it's fine. We're just crunning the episode release, so we're going to send the teasers out today, and the episode's going to go live tomorrow at 9 a.m. So if you watch this, you got a sneak peek. But please support the channel, subscribe, enable notifications as well, so you can stay up to date when I go live and if I release any interesting content. Oh, the Call of Duty is being patched. I wasn't planning on playing any games today, I just wanted to lock in and do some work. I heard the James Bond game is pretty fun. Somebody was saying that it's not very difficult and you can literally just go through it like you're in the movie, which is nice. But I'm not shelling out $70 for a game right now. I'm chilling. If I get some users on some of these projects I'm working on, that might be the celebration. goal is for the first teasers to go live now. So I'll be keeping an eye on my channel. This has been a crazy month to be using GPT 5.5 because there have been so many limit resets. It seems like every week there was a reset because there was some sort of error or some kind of bug that they were fixing. So I didn't really get a reliable feel for how much I was using my limit, which is good. Because nobody's going to complain when you get free tokens, but once everything's stable, what's the compute going to be like? Am I going to be hitting my rate limit? So far, it's been great. I haven't hit my rate limit once this month, and I've been using Hermes quite a lot. A lot of automations going on, and I've been coding in high. With some good projects. I haven't been doing much multi-stream stuff like I'm doing now, where I'm using it twice in the same screen. But with other APIs I had set up, I was definitely hitting a rate limit, and it was not a big deal. But with one of the commercial LLMs limited me a lot quicker than other ones did, and it was pretty frustrating. And I almost hit that button to extend the subscription, but I'm working on a tight budget right now, so that wasn't in the books. But GPT-5, the Pro sub, has been great for this last month anyway. I have the Mimo subscription, so I might be jumping over to using that. It seems like they're very generous and offering pretty good value. Once the video is done and uploaded, I might open NVIDIA GeForce Now. Let's see. It looks like the ticker is ready. And Codex is just using Playwright or Chromium to smoke test it. I think that's a great feature. The automation of testing web stuff has helped me a lot. It kind of catches things before they go live, which is nice. It says the first teaser is live. Really? Yeah. That's cool.
Your AI has to prioritize patience, Coming up tomorrow on Healthcare AI Weekly. Healthcare AI has to prioritize patients and respect communities. This week, I'm looking at two papers, Cardiac ED Triage AI and Community-Governed AI in Alaska Native Healthcare Systems. Paper 1. Can AI help triage suspected cardiac patients? Routine ED data and ECG interpretation may be more useful together than either signal alone. Paper 2. Who gets to govern healthcare AI? Trust, sovereignty, local validation, and community priorities are not extras. They are part of safe implementation. If this helps, subscribe and enable notifications. Tomorrow's Healthcare AI Weekly episode drops Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific.
Awesome. Let's share that to X.
Coming up tomorrow on Healthcare AI Weekly. Healthcare AI has to prioritize patients and respect communities. This week, I'm looking at two papers, Cardiac ED Triage AI and Community-Governed AI in Alaska Native Healthcare Systems. Paper 1. Can AI help triage suspected cardiac patients? Routine ED data and ECG interpretation may be more useful together than either signal alone. Paper 2. Who gets to govern healthcare AI? Trust, sovereignty, local.
That was great. So much easier than digging through endless menus and doing all the manual work. Doesn't let me share. It's like it's struggling for some reason with that.
Coming up tomorrow.
Good enough. Let's go. Okay, mission accomplished. We have produced the show for this week, and we've crunned them out, so they're going to be going live. So keep an eye out tomorrow at 9 a.m. That was the main thing I wanted to work on today. Anything else is a bonus right now. Cool, so step 1 is done. Next, we're going to generate the user interface for the appeals generation page. So we're going to create a front end, add a form where the claim can be selected, the appeal letter can be generated, and then adding previews and download functionality. Successful stream so far. Thank you everybody for letting me share my process. This is a real privilege just to go live and have these wonderful all this wonderful technology to use to make our day-to-day activities more productive. It's great sharing my process with everybody as well. This is something that gives me a lot of energy, so my motivations are a little bit selfish, to be honest. There's something that I like doing, which is nice. I did a lot of self-work over the last 2 years. A lot of cognitive-based therapy, a lot of group sessions, a lot of peeling the layers back of the onion. And one of the most helpful exercises I did was looking at what my strengths were. And I learned that I have a couple of different strengths that really give me a lot of energy. The first one is complex problem solving. As a scientist, as a digital native, as a doctor, that's no surprise, but it's something that I really get a lot of energy from. The other things that give me a lot of strength, or other things that give me a lot of energy, which are my strengths, are public speaking. I enjoy talking to large groups and broadcasting and presenting my work like I'm doing today. Which lends itself into streaming, and I also really love technical challenges as well. So streaming is kind of a sweet spot of that, because we have all this tech that I get to use, and also it seems like there's always problems to solve too, which is sometimes bittersweet. So let's go. We're implementing the appeals generation user interface. I don't know what the username is for this claim guard. I need to ask Codex. What's the user for this? Might do that in another window. I can't open 2 windows. Okay, that's fine. open another codex and just ask a question. Unless there is a... Going to do that off screen just in case there's anything sensitive there. And soon we'll have a nice ticker at the bottom of the stream that will have healthcare AI companies, crypto prices and things like that. Come on, Codex, let's go. Let's go, let's go. What's killing my PC right now? What's using a lot of CPU? Is there anything I don't know about? Nothing too crazy. Okay, Docker is using quite a lot. Should really put this on GitHub as a private repo right now, just for backup and just to be able to log changes a little bit better. Oh, that's nice. We have a ticker. That's nice. That's more like it. I'm pretty happy with that. That's not right. Dow Jones isn't at 38, dude. Come on, man. We can fix that. That's not difficult. Jones is down. That's not 10%, it's only $10. That's good. So just rebuilding the Docker container for ClaimGuard. Then I can log in with the bootstrapped test username and password. I've muted my microphone. I'm gonna ask Codex, what's the load of this system we have right now? Is it going to be too heavy for my computer? I think we're good, but I can feel the strain, probably because I'm running so many VS codes at the same time. Maybe I'll close Slack. Not really using that right now. Good to be pushing a machine though. I want it to be in its elastic limit. You can go and, oh, I had world time monitor up and hard summer. Okay, they can be closed as well. This can go. My keycaster going to work? Yeah. Just want to check something off screen. Just need to rebuild the Docker container again because I didn't copy over the bootstrap username and password. Something changed. My PC suddenly perked up a lot. Just troubleshooting the ticker right now. This might make for a good live stream. Just a channel with a dashboard or a ticker of all the healthcare stuff. I might launch that maybe later today. Create something, you modify it, you break it, you fix it, and you keep working on other things to work on. Dev life is crazy. Just rebuilding the Docker container. It's amazing. When I was first getting into tech a couple of months ago, I was really struggling to be in front of the computer and I had to use Pomodoro and stuff like that. And even then I was feeling burnt out and just overwhelmed. These days I'm able to lock in for a lot longer, which is good. But I still need to take breaks on the computer every now and then. So I see I've been live for about 2 hours. Probably a good idea to take a little break, just to rest my eyes. Gonna step out for a second, I'll be right back. summer coming. Cool, I'm back. I said I'll take a break from the screen. Then I went straight to the couch and started opening my phone and looking on X. So it's like I went from one screen to another, which I suppose is really healthy. Might just get this ticker fixed. I'm changing the data sources because it was using mock data. That looks better, 50,000. Okay, I think it's fixed now. So we had a successful stream. We have made some progress with Claim Guard. Login is working. Look at that. So if I log out, now I can log in again. I can review claims. And we have some more user interface stuff here, and I'm logged in as an admin, which is great. So successful stream. We also got the show Healthcare AI Weekly started. We pumped out the first teaser for tomorrow, so that will be on at 9 a.m. So please check for that, and if you're not doing so already, please do like and subscribe. This is a new channel. I'm independent. I'm totally independent, not affiliated or funded by any large company. So you're getting kind of unblemished perspectives from my 20 years of domain experience in healthcare and technology. We added a nice ticker to the bottom of the screen. And what else did we do? And we went live for a good couple of hours. So I want to sign out there, everybody. My name's Raphael Malikian. I'm a clinical AI architect and builder. I'm making a pivot from healthcare into technology, and I'm sharing my process and my journey here on this channel. So thank you for watching. Like I said, please do like and subscribe. And I'll be back on again tomorrow in the morning. And until then, stay locked into the channel. I appreciate you very much for watching and letting me share my process. And signing out for now.